What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the bi-weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Stinson, Neocharge on PSN, and joining me for episode number 59 is the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia, Bob Harriman, Leon Lionheartley on PSN. What's up, bro?
You can silence me, you could bind me, but I just keep coming.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. Been playing a lot of catch up with games, which of course we'll get into, but more importantly, I went ahead and noticed that if you go to YouTube, should I say, back up, they've got our channel for free movies and TV, like it's just a channel. Recently, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within ended up on there.
Oh, interesting.
So I sat down and watched it while I was at work doing other things today. I gotta say, man, people say what you want. It's not a great Final Fantasy movie, but it's a very solid movie. I think it's more like an Ocean Star or or Star Ocean, should I say? I'm sorry. More of its themes and stuff. It's not really Final Fantasy, but solid, amazing voice cast. It's just it's bad, that you saw Sakaguchi's vision. It just sucks. It cost so much that it ended up losing money.
Right. There's a couple Final Fantasy movies out there. Have you seen Kingsglaive? It's in the Final Fantasy 15 universe.
No, I skipped that one.
It's good. It's another good one. Okay. It's not a great Final Fantasy movie, but it's a good movie. And of course, the GOAT, in my opinion, one of my favorite movies, honestly, and I don't care. Final Fantasy Advent Children.
Yeah, that's another solid movie from production value standpoint. I thought it was a good story too, and it's in a great Final Fantasy setting. So all around, it's a killer.
Exactly. But this podcast isn't about movies. We talk about everything, though. It is about video games, but it's also about drinks in video games. And we have some pretty unique drinks today, Bob. What are you drinking?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you mentioned this morning you weren't feeling so well, or today as we were prepping. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do the same thing. If a buddy's down, you help him out, because if you're really sick, you don't want to drink. You know what I'm saying? So I found a can of Tangerine Powder Run sitting in the fridge. I found a jug of orange juice, and we have the Citrus Blast, aka a Beer Mosa.
Love it. What glass is that? I see the etching, but what is that? Who is that on there?
So this one is the best and greatest League of Legends champion, Jin himself.
Nice.
Real shame that he doesn't get enough light in like other media, because the character concept, very, very well done.
Oh yeah, he's like the Japanese and has like the mythical Japanese mythology stuff, like the dragon, and he's got like katanas, doesn't he?
No, so this guy, he comes from
I'm thinking of Overwatch. Never mind.
Yeah, you're thinking of Overwatch. He's an assassin, but in the game, like, everybody always just attacks or shoots. If they have like guns, they never have ammo. Like John Wayne Clip, right? He was the first champion that was designed around having a reload mechanic, and the number is 4, and which is really great because he's also the kind of person or character that believes murder is an art form. So the number 4, because 4 steps and things like that, the 4 acts of a play, they all tie together in the theme and his voice acting, and it's so fucking well done.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, and then you got that glass at MagFest. I remember.
Yes, sir. This is a really good. I love these glasses. Anybody in the house touches them, I stare at them like the Dexter beam.
Right. Yeah. I like the laser engraved glasses, and shout out to that vendor. I'm going to check them out next year at MagFest, which is Ocarina of Time themed. Holy shit. I'm so excited. Just counting down the days, of course. I start counting down the days from 364 right as soon as I leave MagFest. I'm not going to lie. I fucking love that place.
It's like a Christmas.
It really is. So, yeah, like you mentioned, I woke up not feeling great. I don't know what's going on. I got a sore throat, runny nose. I don't feel sick, though. I don't feel like lethargic or anything. I don't know if it's from the smoke because fucking Colorado is on fire apparently, and we're getting some smoke from the south blowing up, and it's really hazy. You can't even see the mountain. You can see the silhouette, but I don't know what it is. But I'm trying to knock it out. And yeah, so have you ever heard of the hot toddy, Bob?
So that's what I called her.
Right. A hot toddy is like a shot. It's like an alcoholic beverage, like a shot that helps with sinuses and sickness. It was created a long time ago, back in the olden days, you could say. It's either rum or whiskey with a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of honey, and it's you take it hot. God. And you basically take a shot of it. So I kind of did a play on that with a little bit more ingredients, and I call it the cold toddy. Okay. So you've heard of liquid IVs. You had one when you were over here. You have them yourself. They're like powdered packets that you put in water. It makes like a electrolyte, really good drink for hydration. Great for hangovers, let me tell you. Costco sells them. They're awesome. I did that with about 40 ounces of water, some ice, and I put a little bit of whipped local honey. I put a little bit of lemon juice, and I also put some aloe vera juice in there because that's good with the throating the coat and good with digestive health as well. Aloe vera juice is awesome. But I also added some rum, and not just any rum. The rum you brought over when we had the pirate party, the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag spiced rum. Not great, but still rum. And I had to, make it a little spicy, if you will. So it's delicious. It tastes like hard lemonade, honestly. So I think I have a hit here, and it's in my Yeti. And the Yeti keeps everything so cold, and it's like a 48-ounce Yeti. It's crazy. So I'm a big fan of it, and I like it, and that's what I'm drinking. So,
hell yeah, dude! No, that sounds good. Sounds good for you. I love old timey medicine. Like you've got a cold, you got tuberculosis. Here, drink this whiskey with some extra shit.
Exactly. Oh, you got a wound? Pour some fucking vodka over it and disinfect it.
Here's a line of cocaine. Call me in the morning.
Exactly. So yeah, we got some unique drinks happening, and we're kicking off the show with that. So let's address the elephant in the room, Bob. Unlike other fucking companies that aren't, okay. We missed an episode, and we sent a nice little message over Discord, and we really meant it. And we are going to be going bi-weekly with our podcasts. One, we were still playing the same games. We didn't really have anything new to talk about. And two, life stuff happens. Life is getting a little busier for us, and we want to do bi-weekly. So that's what we're doing. Also, the industry fucking sucks right now, and it's personally affecting me. Every day we're hearing negative news. I don't want to cover it, honestly. We are ingrained in the industry. We don't work in the industry, but we do cover the industry. And I mean, I got to a point where I was like, I'm thinking about getting out of the industry, and I'm thinking about becoming a filthy casual, if you will. I don't think that's in my DNA, unfortunately, but I just I don't know how 5,000, 6,000 people got laid off since our last episode. And like some of them were from games we're playing now. And, most of the team at Ubisoft Montreal that made Black Flag got laid off. Like right when the fucking game launched. They didn't even and the same thing happened with the game you're playing, which you're going to be talking about, Doom, The Dark Ages Revelations. Right after the game launched, a day after, they did 75% of the team. They laid them off after the game launched. Like they're not even waiting. And I feel like the industry is going in a bad place. And honestly, I think it's getting really negative, and I'm not into it. You're not into it. It's affecting us personally. And we're going to be talking more on that. I want to talk more on the the announcement that PlayStation made with the going all digital. And I want to do like a multi-pronged approach, like how it's affecting me personally, what it does to the industry, and how it can work. Because we were high on emotion the last episode, and I recognize that, and it hit me. Like it's affecting me. So
Yeah.
the industry is not in a good place right now. I know we shouldn't be like cowering and putting tail between our legs and saying, "Oh, we don't want to report on that," and we're just going to do. There are other reasons for it. We got lives. There's a lot of games coming out. Last September, we were pretty crunched, and the episodes kind of cut into our game time. And we want to make good content for you all, and we want to have a premium product. And I think less is more here. So we're going to be doing 2 episodes a month. We're going to do bi-weekly, and Caleb's kind of going to be like a permanent third chair because he's going to be on like 1 episode per month, one of 2. Because we're still going to do State of Draft, because boy, the draft is getting nailed down a little bit, and we're getting spicy in there. So yeah, we're going to try this out. We need your feedback, everyone's feedback. If you want us back to weekly, let us know. If we don't hear from you, we're going to stay bi-weekly. We might even stay bi-weekly still, because there's a lot of games to play. There's a lot of angst and negative energy in the industry that, quite frankly, we don't really want to be involved with, but we're still going to report the bad news. We're going to keep it light, though. So I did just mention that, 5,000 people are being laid off. People are like putting roses on their desks, and the industry is in a bad place, and it's getting greedy. And yeah, so we don't really want to dive into that. Most importantly, we started this podcast because we're gamers. We love to game. We love the art form, and we love talking about it. We do report the news too, and the industry's in a bad place. So that's why. If you have any questions for us at all, let us know. Hey, why are you doing this? We love the podcast. We have had some people reach out, and we address them individually. So if you have any questions, let us know. We got the Discord message there. We're not going anywhere. In fact, our episodes are probably going to be better because we're going to be more excited to get on the mic when 2 weeks have passed. I know I was kind of itching. We were at a brewery last night with a friend of the show, and I was like, man, I'm kind of excited to get back on the mic and talk about games. So we're playing a lot of games. We're going to talk about them. That's what's going on with the podcast. If you're not part of the community and you're not on the Discord, we have a really cool community there. And thanks everyone for that's part of the community for listening, for keeping the conversation going. Keep those messages up. We love hearing from you. If you're not part of the community, Bob, where can people join?
Let's see. It's been 2 weeks. Let me see if I can remember this. I spoke a lot of pot, folks. shapesofgaming.com. You'll go there. Come say hi. Matt already beautifully covered all of this, where the socials and all of the live links. You expect to see us back on Twitch soon in a couple of weeks, because we got Halo coming. But come listen to us. Come talk to us. We're around. We're just not recording as frequently. That's all. But once again, go say hi to us. shapesofgaming.com. And if I may, Matt,
sure,
I'll give you some good news so we can at least get this out. Because you touched on it already with Doom. Hugo Martin apparently had a stream this evening, the evening we're recording this, and he confirmed a lot of things, talking about the update for the DLC moving forward. But the reports about the layoff numbers at id were way overestimated, and actually they're at the same team size. And Hugo Martin, for people that don't understand, he's the game director since like 2017 2018 over at id. So they're actually at the same size when Doom 2016 launched. So it doesn't sound like it's a complete destruction all-star, so to speak, over there.
Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. It's always shitty when people lose their jobs, and man, especially when you're playing the game and you're seeing like people pour part of themselves. They're honestly part of their souls into art, and gaming is an art form. And when you're playing the game and then you hear about layoffs of the fucking team that is making the game you're currently playing, it sours it. It
Yeah, it
sucks.
kind of does. It really does.
No. Yeah, it's like, because you're playing it, you're enjoying it. You're like, this is phenomenal. I can't wait for this team to keep doing what they're doing because this is a great product. Nope. Like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, most of the team got laid off. So cool. But yeah, that's great news on the id front. And yeah, I heard a lot of people got let go from id Tech, and I'm like, man, dude, Microsoft, what are you doing? Take some of the id Tech team and make a fucking Halo in id Tech. Like, right? Like, you have an incredible engine. Doom, the trilogy of Doom, and even the DLC after, you have an incredible engine that you can use for other teams because you own that fucking studio. Take id Tech and spread it across to other IP. Why? Why not?
Dude, if we got id Tech to work, like, I mean, just think about the shooters. It would take some work, but think about some of the shooters that we would get out of there. That
I know.
And then, Halo Studios, you lost the IP. We're giving it to id Tech now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it just makes sense. Like, even id said in a little statement today, I think it was directly from id, right? They're like, our relationship with Microsoft hasn't really done shit.
Oh yeah, that was a couple. That was right after, I think, the layoffs, or right around that time. So this would have been last week. But yes, I remember saying that, seeing that, and I'm like, gee, you think?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and water is wet, you said. I fucking I laughed my ass off. Yeah. So, but here's the crazy part, Bob. When the industry is kind of like sinking and isn't doing too hot, we are getting some of the fucking greatest games of all time. I feel like we're in the golden age of gaming. As a gamer, so satiated. It's positive. It's great. And I mean, we're only halfway through 2026, and we've gotten so many bangers. And there's a shitload of them on the back half of 2026, especially in September. So, man, it's like the golden age of gaming for the medium and the art form, but the industry is in the worst state I think it's ever been in. Wouldn't you agree?
From a industry like production, yeah, there absolutely is. And I'd be happy to talk about that one in an entire separate cast, because Bob here has theories. I've been watching this industry since I was a wee little boy, you know, a wee little lad, getting interested in who is making the games and what they were doing. And then it just continues and fuels to this day. And we're in a bad spot, man. It's because the most dominant force in the industry, like the de facto default, and we'll get into this later if you want, but the de facto default platform in home is kind of struggling. And despite their struggles, they're still winning because Nintendo does what Nintendo always does. And Microsoft, unfortunately, I don't know, I guess they just keep aiming at themselves. I don't know how they like. You're rolling
shooting to the foot.
Yeah, you're rolling natural ones consistently. How are you this bad at your job?
Yeah, I don't know. We can dive into the news. That's the next segment. So let's dive into the news. Take it away, Bob.
Sounds good with the news these last 2 weeks. So, like you said, let's hunt the good stuff, as we used to say during my Army days. This came all the way back on the 5th of July. So just after our last recording session, if you will, or last episode. Way Forward, the developer behind the Shantae series and a few other games, was at Anime Expo in Los Angeles. And I'm pulling this from Video Games Chronicle, by the way, where they shared artwork for a redesigned Shantae, along with a 2027 release window for an unnamed new game in the Shantae series. So for those that are unaware, Shantae is a 2D platformer that was made came back a long time ago. In fact, this even has roots to back like 2004 when they were working on a Game Boy Advance game. And they work on a couple other smaller things. They worked with Nintendo already for the Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot series, which is
Nice.
fucking awesome, by the way. Yeah. But yeah, they're giving us Shantae, another one. Matt, did you ever what's your history of the Shantae?
I dabbled. But I know they are really good games, and they have a lot of good titles for that IP. So I would love to revisit them. I've never beat one, but I dabbled, and they're 2D side-scrolling action platformers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, I don't have history with Shantae, but like I know it's one of those IP that if you say the name, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what the game is.
Right.
I've seen it. It's I know who makes it, but I've never actually experienced them. So I'd like to, and considering this year's fucked, so you know what? Maybe 2027, I'll have an opportunity to play a new Shantae game.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Whatever it looks like. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I'd like that, man. Well, that's some good news for you this week. I'll give you another one just because we talked about it earlier. You'll come and check us out. We're on Shapes of Gaming on the Twitch channel. Excuse me, next year. But the official Halo Twitter account posted this would have been Tuesdays from when we're recording, so 2 days ago, on the 14th of July, that Halo campaign evolved, which is so funny. They call it Halo CE still, but Halo campaign evolved is officially gone gold, which means not only is it gone gold, and then here's the better, more exciting news. Reviewers have gotten their copies and are working on those reviews with the embargo lifting July 23rd.
Gotcha. So 5 days before. That's cool. Or 4 days before. Math. No, yeah, 27.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. The early access begins 23rd. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to go check, but I think it is still the 23rd. Like the early access and the embargo lift at the same day.
Gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about what gone gold means, because maybe some of our listeners don't know what it means, and it's relevant because it's going away. So gone gold means the developer has the final version of the game, and they are printing it on the disc, sending it to PlayStation or whoever to basically approve it. And that is your gold master. So your gold master is version 1 of your game printed to disc. And that's what ships with the physical games. So this is going away, unfortunately. We're not going to have gold masters anymore with PlayStation. I think Xbox is going to follow suit as well. But they are working on taking discs and making them digital, which that'd be cool. There's rumors about that, but nothing official, and I'd love to see that. But that's what gone gold means. Usually a game will go gold about a month before release, because they have to, print the disc and then put it in the case and then ship it to all your real retailers. So yeah, that's what gone gold means. So Gold Master is ready to go, printed. And yeah, dude, I'm excited for Halo. We are playing it the 27th on that Friday, I believe.
28th.
Okay. 28th.
Yeah.
When's that Friday? Is it 28th or 27th?
No. The 28th is a Tuesday, because the early access begins on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. None of us did early access, right?
No, I didn't.
Gotcha. Yeah. 28th is a Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all backwards. Dude, I put my trash out last night thinking it was Thursday. And like I go to get dinner or whatever. I come back home. I don't see any other trash cans out. And I'm like, what? I thought trash came on Friday. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. It's Wednesday.
It's funny because you putting out the garbage cans on Wednesday reminded me to put mine out, because my garbage pickup is Thursday.
Yeah, because you were over here and I was taking the trash out. Yeah, whoops. So whatever. Yeah, Halo Campaign Evolved comes out publicly 28th. So that's when we're going to be playing it, either the day or the evening of, because I took off work for it.
I would love to. Unfortunately, I can't.
Gotcha. Yeah.
With the way things are at work. But you're right. Good call. Gold Master. It's an old term, and unfortunately, as excited as I am to fucking do this, I'm also sad knowing that this is probably going to be the first and last Halo game I can get physically for a PlayStation for a PlayStation. So
Yeah.
I'm a little sad because this is going to sell. It's going to do good, and it's going to put a light of fire in their ass and be like, "Hey, dude, let's go just fucking do 2, do 3, sell them piecemeal. We don't have to do a Master Chief collection, and I'll be there." Yep.
Be like, I feel like if they have the engine ready to go and they have already created Halo 1, I feel like we might get Halo 2 campaign evolved 2027. Yeah.
Shit.
Maybe I wish, like a year from. Well, they have the engine ready to go, and they have the bones of the game. And apparently it's like in between a remaster and remake, kind of like Black Flag. They're adding some cool shit, but it's still the bones of the original game, which I appreciate. And I'll talk why that's awesome and nostalgic because of Black Flag. But I feel like if they have the engine, it's ready to go, and they have the original game, we might get Halo 2 2027. So Halo 3 is probably my favorite, I'd say. 2 is phenomenal, though.
Oh, I'm gonna get fucking pitchforked by the Halo community. Two's not that great.
In your opinion, all right.
In my opinion, no kidding. Oh, I'm happy to tell you all about it. I'm like, I beat that game on Legendary in 48 hours when I first picked it up. I was like, dang, ow! And people talk about it being hard, and I see that, and I'm like, but. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Did I just go into a Superman coma and all of a sudden become a Halo god? So my experience with it was not that great because I also was away from people. Like this was my first outing as an 19-year-old kid. So I didn't have online multiplayer to play with people or couch co-op. So that might have really soured the experience because Halo with friends is the best kind of Halo.
The best kind of Halo. And we are going to be playing 4-player co-op Halo campaign evolved. Probably start on Legendary, I'd say, right? If we can.
Oh, come on, dude. We're gonna fucking do it. We're gonna do it. We have.
Yeah.
Them's the rules, and I'm just sad we're not getting multiplayer.
Right. I'm not. Yeah. One because I don't want the multiplayer trophies in the single player trophy list, and 2. I'm just not a fan of PvP, but that's me. I know I'm in the minority here. I'm just so excited to play Halo with the boys, and we're going to be streaming it. I'll stream it. No, I probably won't stream it. We're going to stream it from Shapes of Gaming. Bob is going to be streaming on his end, and you can see me like run out and try and kill everyone, and then die, and then they have to come res me constantly, all the time. So
every fucking game we play.
I hold my own, kinda, but yeah, Neo 3.
you hold your own until you reach the ending of a Halo game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. Legendary's no joke, and I wonder how they've balanced it. So we'll see. I think we'll crush it. I think it's going to be a blast. I kind of want to order some pizza, maybe drink a Mountain Dew. I hate soda, but you gotta drink a Mountain Dew with fucking Halo. Have a pizza, not while you're playing the game. Let's be clear. You eat the pizza, then you wash your fucking hands, and then you play the game. All right?
Yeah, 9. I would 99.9999% of the time I would agree. But there's something about Halo, man. Yeah. You just got to do it like in the moment when you're in the middle of a battle. You're just fucking grabbing the slice of that pizza.
No, maybe with gloves. Bob. But you're getting like the dough dust and like the salt and the grease. Nah, man. That just sounds like a bad day for the controller, especially the edge. You can't be playing edge, Bob.
I'll clean it. I'll clean the controller after. Trust me. I'm not. Oh yeah. Well played. I'll clean the controller, but I gotta do it at least once for the old days. For the old
I'll
days.
devise a plan to eat pizza with chopsticks. Maybe cut it up in little pieces and eat it with chopsticks.
No, get a pizza and get it cut tavern style.
Oh yeah, yep, that's true.
There you go.
Maybe like eat it with tongs. I could eat it with tongs. Tongs work.
That would be amazing, dude.
I'll get a picture as I'm eating pizza with tongs with my Edge controllers.
Some New Yorker's going to come crawling out of the shadow and stab you for saying that alone.
It's like eating a fucking burrito with a fork. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm excited, though. It's going to be a good time. That's in like a week and a half. We're going to be all up in Master Chief's business and be doing a Halo Legendary run with the boys. So we'll nail down a time. Well, we should probably nail down a time now because the next recording we'll do is after that. And Caleb will be on. Bo might be on too. We need to ask him. And maybe we'll have all four of us and we can talk about Halo and our experience. Let's say 7 p.m. MST for our first Halo run.
MST?
Yeah.
I could probably do 6.
6? Okay, I can do 6.
Yeah.
Cool.
Halo is one of the few exceptions, folks, that are
Gotcha.
if you're a parent and you've got responsibilities, you take care of your kids, you take care of your house, you take care of your partner, you take care of the adult stuff. But every once in a while, there's a game that comes along and you say, I'm sorry, you're taking over. I'm going to do this and I'm going to just do this and there's no questions. And Halo is that game.
Halo is that game. So July 28th, Tuesday, 6 p.m. MST, twitch.tv/Shapes of Gaming. Be there, comment, have some fun, and we're going to be playing Halo, baby. We're going to be playing Halo on PlayStation. What fucking timeline are we in, Bob?
I just want to hear finish the fight on a PlayStation.
Finish the fight. Yeah. Oh, that intro to 1. Ooh.
It's every fucking time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So, yeah. Look forward to that. Please look forward to that. It's gonna be good. So, cool. Let's talk about any other news in the industry because I want to. Okay.
I know you wanted to talk about something, and I kind of think it's good for me to follow up. I kind of think I left things on a sour note. So let's go into this, buddy.
Yeah, I did too. We're gonna dive back into PlayStation announcing that they're going all digital in early 2028, and I'm gonna take it from a multi-pronged approach this time. Right? I'll touch lightly on how it affects me personally because that's kind of what I got into mainly in the last episode. On an emotional note, honestly, and it is still emotional for me because I'm a big physical collector. We both are. I'm a big proponent with ownership and owning your shit. I'm a big proponent of tangible things that you buy. And yeah, so on a personal note, well, first of all, let's tell the audience what PlayStation announced, right?
Yeah, I got you. This came through the PlayStation blog post. As of January 2028, we will no longer be getting newly published games onto disc. Yep.
So they're going all digital. So a multi-pronged approach. How it affects me personally, what I think about it, what I think it's going to do to the industry, and a third one, if you will, maybe on a more positive note, why it could work and why it won't work now. So how it affects us personally. Bob, you want to go first or you want me to rant a little bit more?
You know what? I'll tell it to you like this. So I know it seemed like I was pretty sour on this, and we'll get into this because I think this goes deeper than just the discs, right? On a personal level, I am kind of like, okay, all digital future. You know what? I've been doing this long enough. Arcades went away. Cartridges came along. The formats changed because we got CD. Like I get the industry moves. So on a personal note, I'm like, that is what it is, right? Guess what? I'm not dedicated to one single platform that some people are. So the personal effect or betrayal, if you will, and we'll get into this later, of Sony, makes me go, okay, that's fine. If that's how you wish to, the direction you wish to go, I've never once said I will only ever play on this or I will only ever support this team, because I remember the PS3 era and it's launch out the gate. The 64 and the GameCube were good in my eyes, but the Wii U absolutely sucked, and I have one still in the house. So my point is, I've been there. I've been on a 360. It is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And to be clear, PlayStation announced this on July 1st. Okay.
Mhm.
Exactly midway through 2026, with a year and a half lead up to no discs, only digital. They haven't said shit since about it. They announced the fight stick, but then they announced that's delayed too. We should probably talk about that. The fight stick and Tokon. No,
No,
Tokon wasn't delayed, but the fight stick
Tokon
was delayed. Yeah.
Yep.
So they've been radio silent. They dropped that bomb. The comments on every single one of their posts, on every single Twitter post, they're getting community note striked. Like they're getting so much negativity on Twitter, on their blog posts. They post about something, everyone's like, you can address the elephant in the room or what? But they went radio silent, and it's making it so much worse.
Do you mind? I like to provide context. This is context on
Please.
how this is not just a Twitter group. People on YouTube are getting banned from YouTube for commenting on PlayStation videos because of this. And for frame of reference, we'll take the latest, right? Everything you need to know about Marvel Tokon. This came out today, July 16th, as we're recording. It currently has 72 likes. They're calling hearts, or they're hearts in this case, with 39 comments. But if you go down to where they have and you start going, it's been so long, we have to load more, and you go to the physical disc production ending January 2028, right? That blog post alone has 1,240 likes. So that's getting going. But it has 9,000, almost 9,100, 9,092 comments that are attached to that specific blog post. The highest I've ever seen is like 550.
It's like record engagement, and it's mostly negative, like 99% negative. You go into those comments, it's constant. Just talk about going all digital. Why are you doing this? Boycott this. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck their problem is, but it's pissing me off.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely it. That's kind of been my, and we can get into the impact of the industry, but that's the problem. You're not saying anything.
Right. It's like being in a bad relationship, right? You're in a relationship with someone, you get into a fight, they insult you and call you bad names, and then they just leave and they're silent. It's just like, nah, I'm not into this. I'm not into it. Wolverine released a new CG trailer today, and I was like, I don't fucking care.
It's funny because Xbox says too much. PlayStation says nothing.
Right.
Like Nintendo says more than PlayStation, if we're being honest.
Lately, it hasn't always been like this, Bob. It hasn't always been like this. I went to 3 in-person events in 2015, 2016, and 2017 called the PlayStation Experience. One was in San Francisco. 2 were in Anaheim, California. I sat in the front row where Shuhei Yoshida, Herman Hulst, Sean Layden, Corey Barlog, Andrew House, they were all just having a conversation, answering fan questions. This event was put on for fans specifically. And yes, I know COVID fucked all that up, but again, just tell us why you're fucking doing this with a blog post. Why? You have 5% of your audience. I know it's only 5%, maybe 10, but the rest are casual. They don't give a fuck. They don't know what's going on in the industry. That's okay, right? But your hardcore fans, your whales, they like to call them, the ones that support you the most, the ones that made you who you are today, want to know why the fuck you are doing this. Give us an explanation. We will understand what you're saying because we understand the industry, and just tell us why. Don't be like, no, we're going all digital. Silence. Nah, fuck off with that shit.
Dude, it's like I told so this is a very specific thing for people in the IT industry. So all two of you out there are gonna fucking laugh your ass off. You know what I told Alex about this, Matt? Is
What?
you know who else goes and posts notoriously going to be upsetting news in a self-published blog post and then walks away like nobody and never acknowledges it?
Microsoft.
Every fucking time they've got some news like that, they just put it out into a Microsoft blog post and then walk away and ignore the problem.
It's not how you do it.
That's not how you run your business. Microsoft is struggling because of that, but that's a different topic.
Yeah.
Hello, McFly.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I think you can imagine how this affects me personally. And I ranted enough on the last episode, but I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm a big physical collector. I don't like digital because of the infrastructure we have in the landscape. Your account has every single bit of digital. You don't own it. You're just renting the license. Actually, the EU is going against a lot of companies saying, hey, you're not buying shit. You need to put rent instead of own. So they're getting shit for it. And I understand that. You don't really own the license because they can pull it at any time. And they prove this by announcing before this that all of the movies for a specific studio are going away. Oh, you don't own them anymore. You never did, but we're pulling the license. So you bought this $20 movie. Well, you don't have access to it anymore. Maybe here's your window to download all these movies to a drive, right? Or to even your PS5, right? Instead, nah, we're pulling the licenses. Oh, you bought it? Tough luck. By the way, we're going all digital in 2028. What the fuck?
It makes no sense.
No.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a huge collector. I have a ton of physical games. I like the idea of, we sometimes have breakfast for game launches. It's just I go to Best Buy, I get the game, open it up. There used to be a manual, no manual anymore, but that's okay, right? But they could have gone about this a different way. Maybe raise the price of physical games, put a manual in there. Extra $10, you still get the physical, you get a nice little manual. They still would have made money, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And if I can, on that point, this is what's really irritating. I would pay $100, like you said, for a collector's edition that's physical with a manual. Call it a collector's edition, and I can still just be what we had 15 years ago. But There's been zero, from what I can tell, zero discovery and thought into what else can be done besides just yanking the plug. How do we split this? How can we negotiate better splits with the retailers? What can we do for this? And there was zero thought into that, and it was just like, sucks to suck, nerd.
Yeah, it's like they're pulling the rug out from everyone, including retailers. Retailers are pissed about this too because it's going to tank GameStop. Like GameStop runs a business on you trading in games and then them reselling it. Do I get it from a business standpoint? Absolutely. PlayStation isn't seeing a dime of that money. And you have multiple consumers with one game, right? And PlayStation's trying to crack down on that. And, if you buy the game, it's locked to you and you're never going to be able to trade it or sell it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big physical collector. I'm a big proponent of ownership. I don't think when you get these digital games, you own them. And they have proved this a couple times. They've pulled licenses and you can't download the game anymore, right? PT, that was free, right? Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings. They lost the license with WB. If you bought that game digitally on PS3, you can't download it anymore. So, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't own shit when you get digital. That's a big thing. So, not a fan of this. All right. Into the other pronged approach, which is how do we think it's going to affect the industry? I think it's going to be a domino effect. Go ahead. You kick it off.
Yeah. I think this is, like you said, we've kind of included into it. This is going to cause a chain reaction. And so stores are still going to get code in a box, a la Grand Theft Auto 6. But here's the rub on this, and that sounds really good. You're trying to play nice with the retailers, but the people that would actually buy physical at the store are there to buy the physical disc. They don't want the code in the box, kind of a situation. So you're trying to offer something to that demographic, but it's really not what they're wanting, and they're just saying, can we find another way, right? And that kind of that's just nasty work. But more importantly, this is going to kill boutique makers of games, mom and pops. They're good at not just the people that make the discs. So LGR, or is an example. Limited Run Games is an example where they do physical releases for games that were long, and you can go look up. Pick your favorite one, right? The small ones. Those are going away. And then you look at the mom and pop shops that like actually sell in these games. Don't think GameStop. Think your local game store. They are there. We've got several in the city of Colorado Springs, right? Though their supply is going to be gone because of this. And because of that ripple effect of what we're seeing, because this is affecting non-normal people. I talk to people that are not only do not know anything about games, but I also talk to casual gamers, and they've even heard about this. So your ripple effect is so bad. It causes so much bad will with a lot of other industries. I think Sony's got a reckoning coming for them, and they just don't know it yet. This is a 2013 Don Matrick going, you can play your 360 game, or we've got a 360 for those that don't have internet. These are the types of blunders that killed Xbox, and I think Sony is going to learn next generation. I think we're going to get hardcore people, but once GTA is passed and the fevers die down and people will still be able to play GTA on PS5, they're going to see a reckoning, and it's going to fucking hit him right up inside the head, pardon my language. And you know what? At this point, for what you did, you kind of did it yourself. You kind of deserved it, what you got coming.
Yeah, I was there in 2013. I was a huge 360. It was my primary system. And the way Xbox treated their players and focused on the TV and the sports and the Xbox is about to become the next water cooler, I fucking left. I've always had PlayStation. Sometimes it's my secondary, sometimes it's my primary. At that time, it was my secondary. PS4 came out. They're like, it won't always be online. You can trade your games. We're going to be all physical. Hell, they made one of the best commercials of all time where it's Shuhei Yoshida and Adam Boyes. And they were like, here's how you share your games on PS4. He literally handed the disc and he's like, thanks. And I was like, holy shit, I'm going back. I'm going primary with this company. It's awesome. Yeah. I think this is honestly PlayStation's 2013 Xbox moment, and it sucks. I'm not going to switch again. I'm certainly not going to go back to Xbox. They are dead in the water, honestly. I probably won't go to PC. The only thing I would maybe go back to, and I probably won't, is Nintendo. But Nintendo's always been my system for their first party games, but third party, I'm going to stick with PlayStation. But it has left a sour taste in my mouth. For the industry, I think a lot of others are going to follow. I think a lot of major publishers, EA, Ubisoft, Activision, they're excited as hell about this because they don't have to print discs. They don't have to do anything like that. They don't have to, they're going to see, one person buys the game, it's locked to them. Oh, if the other person wants to get the game, they have to buy it. Probably full price because they won't have a lot of sales on PSN or Xbox. Xbox has already been talking about this going digital, and Nintendo has already been dabbling with this third party. Even some first party games, they have the key games, which is you still get the cartridge, but game isn't on the cartridge. It's just the license. License is literally on the cartridge. You have to download the digital game. I think 2028 is going to usher in digital only for every single major player in the industry. Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, they're all going to go digital because it makes sense on a business level that they do this. This is the way the industry has been going. We knew it was inevitable, but PlayStation should have either announced this 2 years ago leading up to 2028, or they should have announced this and gave it a 3-year lead up to 2030, because pulling the rug out from under us with a year and a half lead up, not cool. Dude, they gave us a 5-year lead up to say PS3 and PS Vita are going offline. But for digital only games, it's going to disrupt the industry like crazy. Yeah, a year and a half. Fuck off. We're going to go silent.
Yeah, and to be, you're almost there. I think we've got something else possibly going to happen brewing, and I think what's going to really shake the big players, if you will, and quite frankly, the entire industry, is you leaned into it with the EU. We're going to have government intervention. And that puts the industry in check. You get a couple of senators to start talking, and you bring in, could you imagine Herman Hulse having to explain this to a congressional hearing? The dude's, and the reason I say this is not the first time a digital storefront has been shut down and you can't receive your services. The same day that this was announced, Sony went ahead and also said, oh, by the way, we're shutting down the Vita and the PS3 storefronts, which means there are some games that are going to be orphaned. But the PS3 is old. The Nintendo
and they announced
DS,
that 5 years ago, too.
They did. And the Nintendo DS store shut down in 2017, but the DS came out in 2004. What I'm getting at here is, with enough time, people tend to go, okay, you know what? They lose the connection and the feeling, and they go, that kind of sucks. Here, it's almost a too soon, bro. Yeah. And when you do that and you start seeing CNN and you see Washington Post and you see outlets coming in, that gets the attention of people who don't even know what the fuck a video game is. And then it gets people writing to their senators and their congressional people. And then you get the industry, you get the government involved. And when the government gets involved, that's when these companies finally go, oh, fuck.
Yep, exactly. That's a good segue to the other prong of this multi-pronged approach, how it could work and why it's not going to work now. And that's pretty much the infrastructure, right? It's not secure. You can get your account hacked by someone calling in. And if you lose access to your account, you lose access to every single one of your games. There's no way to trade games as of now. There's no ownership for digital games. And there is no way to trade in games or sell them, or even download them and have them on a drive to play them anytime, right? I mean, you can download them externally, right? But you still need that license to play it. So it's not going to, the infrastructure isn't there now. I could evolve with the industry and I could go all digital. But right now, I know the technical intricacies of the back end, and it is not ready. They are putting the cart before the horse right now. And they're announcing something with an infrastructure that is not ready at all. They need to secure and tighten and strengthen their account security. They need to make the account. Did you know if you don't log into your account within 365 days, they can deactivate it and you lose access to every single one of your games? It's either
36 months.
36 months. Got 3 years. Gotcha. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But they need to nix that. You can't do that. You can't lose access to these games you've paid for. And I get it. I get why they do it. But honestly, wouldn't they want those to pump the numbers of PlayStation Plus subscribers? I don't know. The infrastructure is not ready for this. It's not secure. And there aren't things in place that will make the switch to digital kind of like physical, right? If they put these implementations into place, if they say, you buy this license, you own it, and you can let a friend borrow it, just transfer it digitally over PSN. They'll never do that. But I mean, that's what you do with physical games. I got a friend of the show. He wanted to play a game. He's like, can I borrow this? Like, absolutely. I love sharing my games. You know, that's why I get physical games, so I can share them and smell the cases. Let's be honest. And dude, the account security, right? We just heard about the crazy thing that happened to Colin Moriarty. He got his account stolen by someone calling in and giving them and saying, hey, like, what games have you purchased recently? And they didn't need the password. They didn't need anything. So if you have a PSN, the best form of security you could do is a passkey. So add that passkey. I called in to PSN support after I heard that. And I was like, hey, what can I do to harden this account? And they're like, not a lot, but we can note on your account that if anyone calls that is not this number, this phone number, we won't talk to them. However, people can spoof phone numbers nowadays with SIM
Oh
cards.
yeah.
So, like, they need to increase the security. They need to do a little bit more ownership on the security part, or on the account part, and on the when you buy a game, right? And they do have sales on PSN a lot, but they probably need to increase that, because you could, like, for example, Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I was looking at it for a friend, and you can go on Best Buy, get it for $40 physical. Right now on PSN, it's still 80. So, like, and that's sealed. That's brand new sealed Best Buy, but it's still 80 digitally. So think about if you didn't have that physical copy and you wanted to play, you were new to PlayStation, you wanted to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, you'd have to shell out 80 fucking dollars. There's no competition. So yeah, I hate it. I hate the way it's going. I think it's going to decrease value of the product too. Like let's say a kid, young gamer, Gen Z or whatever. They're like, oh, I want to play this game, download it. They have a list of fucking games, and they're like, oh, what game do I want to play? And they have like just an infinite choice. They play the game, and they're like, oh, that was cool, whatever, on to the next one. Opposed to, like, let's say just 10 years ago, you stand in line for the launch. You're excited for the game. You talk about the other people. You talk to the other people that are buying the game. You maybe make friends in line. You get the game. You hold it. You open it. You get that nice manual. You're looking at the manual on the way home, and you're excited. And then you put it in the console. You download the update or whatever. You play it. And then you take it out. It's just, there's more value in it, right?
Yeah, no, there is.
No more midnight launches. No more midnight launches.
No, there'll be midnight launches for, I don't know. They're not even midnight launches anymore. We're in mountain time. The shit unlocks at 10 p.m. for us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, man. So I just, from a personal level, it's devastating, right? It's such a first world problem, right? Oh, I won't be able to get my games physically. It's like, I got shelter, I got food, I got water. I'm in good health. Cool. Right?
It's I'll say I'll give you two things. One, you're spot on with the infrastructure not being there. Like Sony, you need people may not remember, but I remember a little incident that happened not so long ago, and it's happened a couple of times where the PSN is not only down. We remember the infamous leak of 24 days where people's credit card information was stolen. So when you go to a full digital ecosystem, a full digital walled garden, if you will, you know what? Awesome. Build the strength. I think you have the numbers to be able to do that and cut off the industry, but you need to understand not everybody is friendly and nice out there. Some leave nasty comments on YouTube. Others have a more direct approach and think they're more holier than thou about it. You're putting a target on your back. You don't walk into a sketchy neighborhood at 2 a.m. And not come strapped. You just don't go full digital with half-ass security in place.
Right.
You need to put your big boy britches on and really, if you're going to do it, lean your fucking shoulder into it and do it right, because there's no digital transfer. There's no account security associated with this. Licensing still hasn't been sorted out, so you can lose access to things. You can get accounts banned, and oh, by the way, when the account is banned, that person loses access to their games. Well, that's not fair if they say a slur in a Call of Duty lobby, and they should be off the PlayStation Network, but they should also, from at least a multiplayer, but they should also be able to at least download the games that they previously purchased, right? They should be able to still do that. So lean into the Sony, really do it, but do it with your big boy britches on, because you're not that guy, all right? Not right now.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. And then secondly, I think, like you said, what we'd like to see, or what we would like to have come out of this is, I think we need to, what I'd like to see personally is give us something to interact with the device with. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a disc. Nintendo figured it out. Game key cards are still cool. I know they're controversial. I really like them because they're the license built into the cartridge. You still have to connect to the service, but it's
I don't mind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Doom the Dark Ages did the same thing, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with that experience.
Yeah. Give us something the interactable, the tangible. You want us to like experience the entire thing. There's ways to do that. All right. Whether you do keep a disc and just say, all right, it's going to install certain files, and you may have to do updates. That's the life of the business. All right, but guess what? We're gonna call it a collector's edition. Here's $100.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, like it's the old classic Nintendo meme. I'm trying to give you my money, dude. Like, why don't you take my money, right?
Because when you buy that $100 game, it turns to an $80 asset, and it could increase in value over time, and that's an investment. When you buy that $80 digital game right now, it turns to vapor. It's locked to you. You're buying the experience, and that's all. No tangible good, no actual item. It's not an asset, and from an investment standpoint, it's a really stupid fucking purchase.
Yeah. Oh, that is good. That is entirely true, my friend. And then clean up your storefront. Like, how can this work?
Yes.
You need to clean up. Not this. The account security is one thing, but you need to clean up. You've been working on it, and we're getting rid of some shovelware. But yeah, let's fix how that algorithm figures out the games that I want to play. Because if I look at top games in my country, and then you look at my purchase history, that list doesn't always line up.
Right.
Yeah, you just stop giving me these. I'm sorry, I don't mean anything rude, but I'm not a ball and gun gamer.
Right. Me either.
I don't need to see NBA.
We're about to play Halo.
You know what I mean. All right. I don't play college. I don't play NBA. I don't play MLB. I don't play Madden. I don't play Battlefield.
Right.
Make it to where you look at it and really customize it, because if you want this to be what it is, which is an experience, I need to be able to experience the product at a personal level, and you're not doing that. I have to figure out weird little search ways to try to find Suikoden or whatever, and it's really annoying. So I think that would be the other way you could do it, is just make it feel like it's a true experience for the player and the type of player that they are. Don't tell me the top 10 best games in my country are these games when you know I don't buy them. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Tailor it to your experience. You can use AI for it. Look at my fucking like list of 600 games in my collection and show me the games that are like those, like you can do this the right way, and you can set it up for it to work. Because honestly, I can evolve and migrate to a digital only future. I buy digital games. I bought Monster Hunter Wilds digitally. I bought Borderlands 4 digitally. They are super fucking convenient. You can play them usually the night before they release. If you're in MST, they unlock at 10 p.m. There are positives and upsides to digital games, but your infrastructure isn't ready for it yet. And you're not doing a good enough lead up to implement this. And I mean, if we're going all digital, let me take my physical games from PS1 and on and make them digital in my PS5. How about that? Probably will never happen. Maybe even just my PS4, PS5 games, right? I can play my PS4, PS5 games on my PS5. Let me put in that disc. The license is on that disc. There has to be a unique code printed on that disc that you can read that can say, okay, this is now digital. The disc is useless and it's digital now. And I'll go digital, all digital only. Like, this can work, but you can't just drop this bomb of news and then go silent. You can fuck right off with that shit. So
yeah, I agree. And I'll give you something that I'll give you something else that's been coming out. There have been a recent quote unquote leaker. I gotta go see if I can find him because I just saw this in passing. I'll see if I can find it for you. I'll follow you up on the side. But the current thoughts are, and take this was a grain of salt, we may have the best fucking thing to see in this industry in a while, a sense of irony, because Project Helix is still not yet confirmed whether it has a disk drive or not, and current leaks suggest they may end up putting a disk drive onto the next Xbox.
Oh no. That's a fucking 180, man. Dude. Xbox is going to do what PlayStation did to Xbox 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. So I'm still I'm trying to
think of this. The PS6 comes out. You can take your disk drive from PS5 and just put it on the PS6. What a crazy concept. Huh? Yeah. Like, if PS6 is all digital, guess what? It's not going to be backwards compatible with your physical games. And if you have a big physical library, backwards compatibility went out the window. PlayStation did such a good job with the PS5 making PS4 games backwards compatible, and now they're fucking it all up. Like, ugh.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is why I didn't put it in the news, because there's no source yet. But Destin Legary over at who's known to, he's got some hits and he's also got some misses, but he hits pretty good. He was reporting on this too, so there is some potential to that. And dude, could you imagine Asha? Imagine this, Asha and Matt Booty come out the Helix fucking thing, and they go, "Here's how you share your games on Xbox." Dude, I would fucking, I'd probably be like, "Cool, hang it up. I'm done with the industry. It's gone full circle. I'm ready to go out and put the pasture because I can die a happy man."
Literally an Ouroboros. Literally, just eating itself, cycle after cycle. Yeah. Oh my God, Asha has a chance to really put their foot on PlayStation's neck. And you know what? I hope this lights a fire under PlayStation, because PlayStation did the same thing with PS3. They were arrogant as fuck. They had just done the PS2. They killed that last generation. They came out with the PS3, super overpriced, and PS3 was not a great generation out the gate. And they were kind of full of themselves, and they said, "Oh, our shit don't stink. We could do whatever we want." 360 fucking killed you that generation. But then Xbox was like, did the same thing. 360 killed the generation. We can do whatever we want. We're going to attach a fucking Kinect on this thing, make it a VCR, tout that it does sports, TV, and Call of Duty, and everyone's going to love it. Nope. PS4, you ate your shit, man. Like, yeah, or you ate PS4 shit, I should say. So, is it going to happen again? Who knows? Am I going to switch to Xbox? No. I'm too old for this shit. I can't switch again. Not going to do it. I traded in every single one of my 360 games and got the PS3 version of them shortly after that announcement in, I think it was like E3 summer of 2013. I watched it. I watched Xbox just fucking blow a hole in their ship that day. And Jeff Keighley actually asked Don Matrick. He's like, "Hey, like, what do you have to say for like the troops overseas that don't have internet for this Xbox One when it always has to be online?" And Don Matrick was like, "Well, there is fortunately a console for them, and it's called the Xbox 360." And I was like, "You fucking idiot, you bitch ass suit motherfucker! You don't know shit. Get out of here." Guess what? Don Matrick got fired shortly after.
I remember that. It was very shortly after he was gone for that.
Very shortly after.
Yeah.
Bunch of suits.
And when you are a faceless corporation, let's be real, they're not exactly a popular entity right now. No. And you're going to find out gamers are pretty fickle. Remember, half of PlayStation's revenue is dependent on live service games that they do not own. The Fortnite, the Overwatch, the Minecraft, the Hell. Guess what? Those gamers, all you have to do, you have to get one kid to buy the next Xbox and say, "No, man, come on over. No big deal. We're all playing on Xbox anyway." And a shitstorm happens because and next thing you know, you're losing a generation because you wanted to fucking chase Nintendo with a handheld. And in order to do a handheld, you need to go all digital.
Yep. Yeah. So they're not taking this seriously. They think their shit don't stink. They think they're invincible. and man, they've kind of lost all their goodwill. They've gone to the bottom of their bucket, and they're announcing this not in a good position after the Concord fiasco, after the Blue Point fiasco, after the fucking all the shit they've done, and they don't have a lot of goodwill left. And a lot of I'm not going to jump ship. I'm loyal to the IP and the devs. I like PlayStation first party devs. I have a tattoo of the sacred symbols, triangle, circle, X, square. And that is not a PlayStation tattoo. Well, I mean, it's a PlayStation tattoo, but it's not a brand loyalty tattoo. It is a game loyalty tattoo. This is the controls from Horizon. This is the controls from Uncharted. This is, a God of War tattoo, right? It's PlayStation symbols, but it's not the PlayStation logo. I'm not advertising PlayStation. I'm not loyal to the brand. I am loyal to the IP, though. I really like the games they make, and but Wolverine coming out, I'm kind of mid on it, honestly. I canceled my pre-order. I gotta say something to this company. It's not gonna move. I hope it's not gonna move the needle. I hope it does. But you know what? It's that little thing that I can do to stand up and say, I don't like what you're doing. I'm going to vote for my wallet. I'm not going to buy Wolverine on launch. I'm going to cancel my pre-order. Fuck you. Am I going to play it? Probably. Am I going to buy it? Probably. But I might buy it used. Oh, I might buy it used at a mom and pop store. That would just be like a fuck you, Sony.
that would be a smart move, man.
I think that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of like my stand. I'm not gonna cancel my PS Plus one because I got grandfathered in at a crazy fucking deal with PlayStation Premium. I'm not gonna get rid of my PS5. I'm not gonna jump ship. I'm not gonna abandon PlayStation, right? But this is that small thing I can do to say, hey, this isn't right. You're not doing this the correct way, and you'll never see this. You won't give a fuck that like millions of people are going to buy Wolverine, one person or two or three in our case. You're never going to see that number. But in my heart, I know that I stood up and I said, no, this isn't right. I know they'll never know. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, I respect that stance. Every individual person needs to make a decision on your own. You need to figure out where you lie. I love PlayStation as the platform. And I think we've had some amazing first party games. Like, we can never deny the importance of Crash Bandicoot, Jack, Ratchet, Nathan Drake over at Uncharted. There's some things there, right?
Yeah.
But when I look at the other side of the pond of what third party has, and I look at the Resident Evils, the Capcom, Mega Man, Capcom, Konami, Square Enix, Atlas, and I start looking at these and I go, oh, wait. There may be an option for me to play this on another platform, and it may not necessarily be at the highest fidelity, but I still get to experience the story of what's being told through the developer's eyes and experience what they want me to see based on what they can do for that platform. Sony, what are you doing then, man? Like, and it's not animosity. It's not anger. It's like you said, in an abusive relationship, they yell at you, call you names, and walk out the door. No, the second that happens, you pack your bags and you walk. You put your foot down. And this is me slowly packing my bags. Halo is probably going to be the last multiplayer. It might be. We'll see what else comes out. But it might be the last co-op or something that I'm doing on the PlayStation Network. Like, that's what you're looking. That's me putting my suitcase at the door.
We gotta go back to Borderlands 4. There's a new Vault Hunter. She's cool. Yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta play more Borderlands 4. We're gonna do that DLC.
I gotta put my suitcase at the door. I gotta show that I mean business, right? I'll still get some cool games. There's some cool stuff I'm excited for. But when I kind of start thinking about things like the pixel art game that comes out this year in October,
Resonance.
Guess what? Octopath Traveler 1 was a Switch 1 exclusive at first. And it was an amazing game that looked beautiful and blew my mind away. I haven't made the call yet, but it's leaning every day that Sony keeps their mouth shut that I'm going to buy the Switch 2 version because I've got it right here. The Switch 2 dock will light up on a the Sony OLED beautifully. Like,
Yep.
okay, we can start doing this. I'm gonna start edging a little bit more and pushing back. And will it do something in the end? I don't know. But like you said, and I love the way you put it, I have to do my part to show them that I mean business.
Yeah. I respect it. It makes me sad. It really does. I don't like seeing you leave the platform that I'll be on. A lot of your friends will be on. Maybe you'll get that FOMO. Who knows? But I respect it. I respect the hell out of it, man. I really do.
Yeah, and don't get me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, just to make sure, to be clear, I'm still going to buy PlayStation games on my PlayStation, but now I'm going to be a lot more selective because Fable is going to run amazingly. And while I still have a PS5 Pro, fucking take advantage of it, right? Halo, it's not coming to Switch 2 as far as I remember, but it's going to look good. I would do it there. But when you're talking about Belmont's Curse, you're talking about Resonance, the games that aren't the high fidelity, see the pores. Yeah. Now I'm starting to look the other way.
Yeah, I hear you. It's going to be an interesting second half of the year and definitely an interesting 2027. So we'll see how it shakes out, and we'll report all the updates here. So yeah, that's kind of our thoughts on the announcement PlayStation made. You know, we took 2 episodes, 2 weeks apart to talk about it even more because it's a huge thing. It affects us personally and it affects the industry exponentially. So we'll keep reporting on that. But let's get into some cool shit, Bob, because we're playing a lot of cool shit. We're playing some cool games. What are you playing, man? What have you been playing?
So I've been on a kick lately these last 2 weeks, man. Absolutely fucking killing anything and everything I can get my hands on. A lot of stuff on the Switch too. There is some PS5 stuff, and we'll save that for the end. But just because, and yes, I know the irony, Matt, we discussed this, but I did this as kind of like a, you know what? Fuck you. Like, just angrily, I did the anger thing and I bought StarFox. I did buy it digitally, but I was just kind of pissed off at Sony. And I was like, fuck it, Nintendo, you could take my money. It was a spur of the moment. It was the point. But I got to say, man, StarFox is really good. Like, there's something, I think they did. Yeah.
Might I add real quick that it's so cool. The Switch is such a cool system. Honestly, like the Switch and Switch 2, because you just brought over your system, and I have a dock on both my TVs, and like we docked it to the upstairs TV, played it there, and then when we wanted to get like a theater experience, we could dock it. It's such a cool concept, and PlayStation's going to totally steal that. But Nintendo, I mean, the Switch is a great little console, and I'm impressed by it. It's not the most technically advanced, but it's so cool that you could just bring over your console, dock it. You had the Pro Con, and we were just chilling out and playing. And oh man, StarFox is amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it is really good. You've seen it. I've played through most of the paths. There's some really cool extra content in here, but this is a true 1-to-1 redoing of StarFox 64. There's some extra cutscenes depending on paths, and we'll give you a little bit of different dialogue. But outside of that, it's the same levels, it's the same layout. I played this game. I was obsessed with this game, so I immediately know where, like, for example, when you have alternate paths, the way it works in StarFox on the map, you have the bottom and the middle and then the top lanes. Typically, the way it works is the top ones are kind of like the harder ones. They're the optional areas. My first fucking playthrough, I'm going whatever expert mode, just going through the fucking top, and I don't care because I remember where every enemy pops up. I still remember those the patterns to get down there. Yeah. That being said, there are 3 things that I have a little bit of a personal issue with on this. Okay. First off is the feedback that you get when you hit a weak point on some of the bosses. Okay. You don't get that sense that you did in the 64 version. You see the shield, the enemy's health bar, if you will, drop, but you don't see the part like flash or move, or the feedback's not there. And that kind of can confuse players who might not understand. And they're like, oh, because you want to keep your eyes at the center. If you're looking to the left to see if you got a good hit, that's when you get shot at. That's when you get shot down. These are high action games, right? So I think that's a little. Secondly, the voice acting, it's serviceable. It's not bad, but
right.
StarFox 64 had some cheese with it, when you're like, who are you guys? And Fox in the 64 version's like, we're StarFox, real cocky like. Here,
we're StarFox.
Yeah, here he says it more flat. We're StarFox, and it's like,
he added. There's another sentence he added after that. It was just like, oh man, that was like an impactful. He's like, we're StarFox, and you're expecting that, but he adds another sentence. It's like,
yeah, it kind of sucks. And the last issue I have with it, this might be just me not understanding the current technology within the controllers. But if you played the OG with the Rumble Pack back in the day, that thing could, how do I put this eloquently? Oh, who am I kidding? I'm on a podcast with you. It couldn't please, it could please a woman. All right. Here, it's like, Bert. Yeah. But the 64 version was like, Brr! It really shook everything. Here, it's not there. And that makes me sad because that's kind of what I remember about the glory of StarFox 64, man.
Yeah. The Rumble Pack. Went to the controller. Yeah. Huh. And you checked your settings for the rumble intensity or whatever.
Yeah. Just, I guess it could be the I was playing with the Pro 2 controller, so it could be that. I want to try it with the Joy-Cons. My hands are a little too big for the Joy. It just doesn't work with MIH as much as I like to.
Dude, the Procon 2, I was excited for the built-in paddle controls on the back. My hands are too big for it. My middle fingers do not land there, and it's like it cramps it up. It's unfortunate.
Oh, dude, that sucks. Because I
have big hands. I have big hands. Darn. I can, if I do a thumb to pinky, I can go almost the entire length from A to the other key, the return key on a MacBook. I have big hands. You know what they say? People with big hands. I wear big gloves.
Yes, absolutely. That sucks, man, because I'm going to tell you the Pro Controller 2 rules. I played with that bitch for like a week and a half, and I started charging it because it said it was at 50%, and I just didn't trust the sensor. That's how fucking good this controller is in terms of its battery life. But StarFox, highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's a good price, $50. Yeah. Go experience it if you haven't, and if you already did experience it, just understand it's made with a lot of love and care.
Yeah. Bo brought it over. We played. You brought it over. I sucked it up so bad on the Aqua level, so bad. And I don't remember a lot of it. It's a classic. I was doing pretty good on Corneria, but yeah, it's very fun. The visuals are incredible. There was a level where we were like, oh man. So yeah, good remake. I still haven't bought it because I basically beat it twice. When Bo brought it over and you bought it over. It's not a long game, but it's a classic nonetheless. So I'm glad they're doing that. And it was fun when you brought it over. You also were playing another game.
Yeah,
which I'm intrigued by, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get there. I'm going to give you 2 quick updates, folks, because it's been 2 weeks. I did play some more Pikmin 3 with my son. We're almost done with the game, and we're breaking it because we're like fucking SEAL Team 6 in this. You go through this, I'll go do this. It's definitely Pikmin 3 Deluxe has the best couch co-op. So definitely we'll be done probably this week with it. I'm still hammering away, been killing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles. The Switch 2 version. God, I could go on and on about that game, and I'm going to get you to fucking play it one day because I'm
intrigued. I'm intrigued. Yeah. It does remind me a lot of Tales. They took a lot from Tales too. So.
Oh yeah, she's a technical boy. She's a beefy boy. I got the last party member. There's 7 of them. I got the last one at like 45, 50 hours in. but
Wow.
I kept getting distracted by side quests, so that might be on me.
The best distractions.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And then most importantly, because of the news at id Software, I really was on the fence, but then I heard the news and I was like, I got to experience what was made by the team before they were hit with layoffs. So yes, I went ahead and played Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations, the DLC that recently came out. This was last week. I 100%. Well, I'm not going to say 100% of it. There's some post arena fights that aren't part of Tied to Trophies that I haven't done. But I've done all of the trophies and I've done everything else in this game or in this DLC. It is better than the Dark Ages,
Wow.
which is something. It's shorter. This is a 10 to 12 hour experience, depending on your speed through and play. If anybody's not aware, the catch with this one is you have what's called the chain spear. This is a secondary weapon, if you will, that replaces the shield for a time, and then eventually you'll be able to do both. And the idea is you get used to the spear, and then you'll get access to your you'll come back to the shield, and you'll have them both. Now the game builds around you developing a combat style while switching these because they have different things. So the shield is the grounded ground pound that we all love from Doom: The Dark Ages. Parry the fuck out of something. You don't jump really. You don't go. You're a tank. The chain spear is where you suddenly get to fly around the map like you're in Doom Eternal again. You're fucking hook shotting off of enemies and spinning around and shooting them. You're using the spear to do all these different cool tricks. I don't want to spoil abilities. You've got an entire fucking skill tree dedicated to this weapon. So like similar to how you have the runes for the shields, you've got an entire fucking skill tree dedicated. Okay. There is this DLC gets harder as you play the game, and it's harder than the Dark Ages, in my opinion, like the base game. The post-game fight, like, you would expect out of a game, the post-game optional fight that's required for a trophy, had me sweating fucking bullets, and I want to see you stream this one, Matt.
Okay, I will.
You'll see it. This has all kinds of cool stuff. The collectible, I will say one big change for folks with collectibles, just so know you're going in. Is in the Dark Ages, it showed you where these collectibles were on the map. They took that away. Dang. You've got to find them. So go hunt. They want you to explore. Go fucking explore. Cool. Go do this. The music is upgraded in some of their, in a lot of ways. There's some side stuff that I want to see your reaction to, and I'm gonna wait for that text because you're gonna be like, "Holy shit!" and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, amazing stuff." I'm trying to be very vague for a very specific reason, because I don't want to spoil any of the really cool, awesome things. And then, I guess, lastly, this is the thing that shocked me the most, Matt. And we talked about this, but for people out there. When you play Doom, it's as Romero once said, story in a video game is like story in a porn. It's required, but it's really not that important. So when you play Doom, you rip and tear. Pardon the pun. Here, the story that they're telling, and if you're paying attention, had my attention. It is extremely important to the base lore of the Doom universe. It's it's new canon information that is really important, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect to actually get good story out of a Doom game. I think you're going to really appreciate this, dude. It scored a 90 on OpenCritic. That is easily the mark for this game. And it absolutely did better than the Dark Ages. I can't wait for you to try it. But first, you've got to get through the games you're playing.
Yes, I'm very excited to get to it. I've been excited ever since we saw the unveiling, a couple months ago. Actually, wasn't it Summer Game Fest or something? Like a month ago.
Yeah.
or it was like at the Xbox presentation. I don't know. There were so many events. It was somewhere in there, but I'm very excited for it. The only reason I haven't played it is because of the game I'm playing now, which I'm going to talk about. And yeah, I can't wait. You've said nothing but good things about it, and from what I've seen and what I've heard, I'm super excited to dive in. Not a bad price either, $20. Happy to do it.
That was a $30 DLC.
Nice.
FYI.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I'm excited to get to it. Before I get into the big game I'm playing, which everyone knows, I do want to touch a little bit on a game that I put down for a couple times. You got, it's a roguelike, got a little bored with it, put it down, picked it up, put it down, picked it up. But I finally dove into it, and that's Hades 2. And boy, oh boy, what a fucking gem. It's not my favorite Hades, but it is the best Hades. I do like 1 over 2, but 2 is the better game. I platinumed it. So I did platinum it, and there were a couple RNG tied trophies at the end where I just fucking couldn't trigger it. RNGesus was not on my side. I couldn't proc the specific thing, and I was like, oh, why isn't it? So I just kept running and running and running. Thankfully, the game's fucking fun to play, so it didn't annoy me that much. But man, the epilogue of this game, ooh, my God. What a fucking story beat! Let me tell you. If you play this game, make sure you get to the epilogue. It is pretty tough to get to the epilogue. Lengthy, I should say. I was clearing left and right, man. I pretty much broke the game. I had some favorite boons we talked about. This, improves on the first game in all ways. Melanaway is an incredible new character, and I had a blast with it. It started to get long in the tooth. I had to put it down a couple times, and I just played other games. But then I was like, I felt the pull Hades 2, and I was like, I want to play it. I kind of feel the pull again. I want to play more because I did platinum it, but I haven't 100%ed it. Like you said, I do have a couple more things in the list to do in game. So maybe I might jump in because, dude, we were playing Hades 1. We just jumped in because it's just a fun ass game to play. So made by Supergiant, they nailed it again, and yeah, I had a blast. I think my time was like 82 hours and 120 runs. I platinumed it. So
impressive. I gotta go back and look. I'll get those numbers for you. You know what? Mine are probably more. I had too much fun with the game, so I'm glad you platinumed it at least. Yeah. It is my favorite of the Hades, but I get why Hades 1 would be your favorite. So
it just hit different. I am a huge fan of Supergiant. I think they're an amazing developer, and I was very excited to hear that they were doing a roguelike Greek mythology inspired game. And no one knew it was going to be that good. I knew it was going to be good because it's Supergiant. Love Transistor, Bastion, Pyre. And I was like, oh, this is a new thing they're doing. And they just fucking hit it out of the park. I didn't know it was going to be that good. And it surprised me so much. So Hades 2, you knew what you were getting, right? And they improved upon it in every way. But Hades 1, man, Zagreus hit different. It really did. So
he is our boy.
He is our boy. Hades 2 is definitely the better game. If you loved Hades 1, you're going to love Hades 2 even more. So I highly recommend it. And man, Supergiant, just a top tier, fucking S tier developer. I can't wait to see what they're making next. Wouldn't be mad at Hades 3. I do hope they do something new though. So they usually do a new IP. Hades 2 was their first sequel. And they've been making games, 20 years. So, yeah.
You hear that, Caleb? Drop John Desert and just go play Hades 2. God,
yeah. Drop the Ever Blue, what is it? Grand Blue Fantasy. Grand Blue Fantasy hentai waifu gacha game. Drop that shit and go play Hades 2. All right, we're gonna give you shit on the next episode, so you're gonna hear it. But yeah, phenomenal game. Had a blast with it. Highly recommended. 9.5 out of 10. Beautiful game. Just beautifully made. Love it. The next game, I've been looking forward to it. I drafted it. It's the original one. Is in my top 5 of all time. Okay, top 5 favorite games of all time. And this is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Boy, boy, oh boy, I got this on launch, put it in. Immediately, the nostalgia immediately hit because they used the same app screen music as they did on the original on PS4. And like I kind of teared up. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Got in. This game is a pretty much a 1-to-1 remake when it comes to the story beats and everything. They added new content, but it's so familiar yet gorgeously updated graphics. It's incredible. I love it. It's the best Assassin's Creed in my opinion. One of my favorite games of all time. And I got the collector's edition. I usually don't get a collector's edition. The last collector's edition was Rebirth. Got the statue. The statue's way bigger than I thought. It's way more detailed than I thought. They did an amazing job on the collector's edition. You get like a book. You get a map, and it's like a cloth map of the Caribbean for Assassin's Creed
so
Black
fucking
Flag.
dope, man.
It's so cool. Yeah, you get like a shanty, like a song sheet of one of the shanties. Man, this game developed by not Ubisoft Montreal. We're going to do a correction on that. It was developed by two, Ubisoft Singapore and Ubisoft Montpellier. The original was produced by Ubisoft Montreal. So there's a little correction. They nailed it, man. This is in between a remaster and remake. So it's kind of a 1-to-1 remake with updated graphics, and they added new shit. They added new quality of life stuff. They added new UI things. They added new combat. They added new animations. So it is a remake, but it's so familiar at the same time. Like the reason you loved Assassin's Creed Black Flag is all here. All here. Has some of the funnest open world traversal combat, you could say, in a pirate ship. Like just you finally get your pirate ship and you just go out and you plunder, man. You just the ship combat is S tier. It's so fun. You're sailing. The water physics are gorgeous. Your crew is singing shanties. You come across this ship and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I remember that was the strength of the OG, man, was the ship to ship combat.
Yep, 100%. That's where this game shines for sure. But then it's also an Assassin's Creed game, and there is a deep Assassin's Creed story here. That, shocker, there's Assassins and Templars in Assassin's Creed game. And yeah, it opens up amazingly. And dude, I was quoting some of the cutscenes. I love this game so much. Like your StarFox, you're like, oh, this enemy here, this enemy here. I was doing the same thing with Black Flag Resync.
I fucking love to hear that, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, third-person action adventure, best pirate sim you'll ever play, hands down. And that's not subjective. No, I'm kidding. It's one of the best, man. And it's a really great Assassin's Creed. A buddy is playing it, listener of the show. Shout out to him. And he kind of played a little bit of it, but he's finally playing more of it with and he's like, dude, this game's incredible. I'm like, I know, bro. I've been trying to tell you.
So I got a question for you. Well, on behalf of the audience, you said the charm is still here.
Yes.
Does this include the infamous bugs that used to exist that everybody loved?
Yes. So there are still bugs here. It gives it a little bit of charm. There's some UI bugs. There's some collision bugs. There's some. There's no story breaking. Well, actually, I think there is a story breaking game.
Oh no!
Bug. I haven't encountered it. I haven't encountered a lot of bugs. More just like animation bugs that don't really affect your experience. Right?
They enhance it. Bethesda does the same thing.
Yeah, it's not a bug. It's a feature. So. Yeah, this game is just gorgeous. There's a photo mode right out the gate, and I've been so impressed with Ubisoft's Anvil engine. I think they're calling it Anvil Pro. But man, this game is gorgeous. There's night-day cycle on the Caribbean. There's like ray tracing. I'm playing it on balance, so it's got your ray tracing, it's got your high fidelity, but it also has VRR. So honestly, I think it's running between 40 and like 90 frames a second. Sometimes it's super buttery smooth, but when it dips, I notice it, but it's never dips below like 30 or anything like that. I think it has like a threshold on the low end of maybe 40, 45. It runs beautifully, looks beautifully, and they did a really good job with the character models. There's it's in the marketing. Blackbeard is in this game, and they really enhanced his character model. He looks awesome. They actually did a CG trailer for the original back in 2013 of Blackbeard talking about Edward Kenway, and it was CG. It wasn't in game. He actually looks like his CG model did.
Wow.
Yeah, like 13 years ago. So that was really impressive. I was happy to see they really enhanced the character models. They added new content. There's like the animus system that came in Shadows as well. So there's like things you can do in the world that allow you to unlock shit with like Ubisoft Connect. They tell you one time, hey, there's a store. There's these $10 cosmetics. Go here if you want, one time. And then it's buried the rest of the game. They don't bother you with it. It's kind of in the background, hidden. They did the same with Valhalla, same with Mirage, and they're doing the same here. So that's how you do it. There is some pay to win, but it's single player. You can pay $5 to unlock every single fucking icon on the map, and you can buy resources to level you up. Not a fan of that, but it doesn't affect anyone else but yourself. So congratulations, you played yourself if you get it. So it's not like a multiplayer or anything like that. They scrapped the multiplayer, the trophies. I'm finally going to get the fucking platinum on Assassin's Creed Black Flag because I didn't get the platinum in one of my top 5 favorite games of all time in the original because of the bullshit multiplayer. You had to probably dump another 60 hours into the multiplayer. I thought about it because I really like that game. I played a couple matches and I was like, this is not good and I'm not going to get this platinum. So I abandoned it back then, but now I'm finally going to get that platinum, and that's exciting. So, yeah, everything you can think of being a pirate. You got all the pirate towns. You got the Caribbean. The Assassin's Creed traversal is here. The soundtrack is epic. Very like incredible pirate tones and sounds, and like Pirates of the Caribbean. You're basically playing it as an assassin, Edward Kenway. And his character arc just evolves over time. He starts as just a greedy pirate out for himself, and that evolves over time. Let's just say. So, yeah. I'm having a blast, man. I'm in such a pirate mood. I'm drinking rum right now in my cold toddy. I have a pirate hat. Sometimes I swing my pirate sword around, and I'm streaming it twitch.tv/NeoCharge on my personal channel. And we've been having some fun over there. So I couldn't be more happy about this remake. It got really good ratings. So I'm happy about it. And I'm about 32 hours in.
Nice, man. You're making good headway for that game.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you're enjoying it. I've seen it on your OLED and on the Pro,
Yeah.
and it looks beautiful. And I was like, man, that looks good. But I got to do this. Shout out for Will. We saw it on his PC. He's got a 3080 Ti, I believe is what he said. Mm-hmm. So it's not top of the line or anything. And we said as a joke, crank the fucking shit out of the graphics and the display settings on this. And I it was so funny because his computer was radiating so much heat from it, we could feel it. But he was running. It looked better than the Pro, at least at the base level. I'd love to see it on a real OLED TV. And
that's the thing. Yeah.
Yep. And it was hitting at 60, and then when he got into combat, it was dropping to like 42, 43, but it held steady, man.
It didn't go under 40.
It did not go under 40. So shout out, Will. I'm glad you kept us warm on that hot summer day.
Yeah. Man, that thing was just humming. Those fans were going overtime. So, yeah, I'm impressed with what they did. I would love to see more of these. I would love to see Assassin's Creed 2 resynced. I would love to see Assassin's Creed Syndicate resynced. Assassin's Creed 1 resynced. Assassin's Creed 1. Yeah, well, that's the trilogy of 2. You got 2
I know.
Revelations. But 1 was not a great game because of the mechanics. The story was awesome. So if they bring 1 into the modern day mechanics of like the Anvil engine, I think it would work. So Assassin's Creed 1 resynced would be awesome. The next one, timeline wise, they are teasing a little bit of Hexe. there are some Easter eggs in Black Flag for Hexe, and it does match up. The Salem witch trials were 1500s, 1600s, so it does match up with the timeline. I think the golden age of piracy was like 1400s or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm playing the fucking game. You're looking it up right now.
Yeah. I'm just curious because I'm like, that's one of the things you think I would know. It took place between the 1650s and 1730s.
Yeah, 1700s. So this will be after Hexe. But yeah, it's during the golden age of piracy. You know, Blackbeard, Horn of Gold, Cortez, all the famous pirates. And yeah, it's great. And you basically sail the Caribbean. There's towns, there's Mayan temples because the Mayan civilization was down there. They go into that a little bit. There's plantations. You go and you like fuck plantations up. Your shipmate, your quartermaster is Adewale, and he was a former slave because this was during slavery. But you free him and he becomes your quartermaster. So that's in the marketing, and that's super early on, like sequence 2 or whatever. So yeah, it's incredible. The whole time I'm playing this game, it reminds me of why I loved the original, and that I think that's the key to a good remaster. So I'll report back more on the next episode. I might be finished with it by the next episode. Our next episode will go live on Friday, July 31st, actually. So that's going to be the next episode. We'll have Caleb on. We'll do a state of the draft. So yeah, I'm having a blast with it, man. You should play it at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to get to it. And it is on the list. Cool. You never know. By the time you're done with the Black Flag, I might be finally done with Xenoblade.
Right. So yeah. Cool. Well, I think we'll wrap up this episode. It's been fun. We're going to do bi-weekly stuff from now on. You have any fun plans for the weekend, man?
This weekend? Not particularly. Well, you know what? I'm trying to keep my voice low in case somebody in the house could hear me, but I'm thinking about grabbing tickets to go see the Odyssey, to go with one of the kids who loves that story. Like the story of the Odyssey, loves it. There's fucking altars to Ares and Poseidon in that kid's room. All right. So
amazing.
I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it in the 70 inch IMAX the way Nolan wants me to see it, but that's okay. Yeah. It's not about the movie. It's about the experience with a loved one.
Yeah, definitely. Hades 2 actually touches a lot on the Odyssey, and instead of Achilles, you get Odysseus. So there's a lot of callbacks and references to the Odyssey in Hades 2. It's a Greek myth. It was set in Greek mythology. So, or the ancient Greece, you should say, or I should say. But yeah, it's kind of on like going to see the Odyssey, because I am going to see the Odyssey in 70 millimeter tomorrow. My friend picked up tickets, so shout out to him. And
he
invited me. A listener of the show. Let's just say that.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. It's a Nolan movie. They 70 millimeter IMAX theaters. There are 20 in the US.
20, 25, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 25 in the US that can show the Odyssey how Nolan meant it to be. And one of those 25 in the world. I'm sorry. Yeah. There are 25 70 millimeter IMAX theaters in the world. 25 only, right? And there's one right down the street. So from me. So I'm going to go see it in 70 millimeter. And if you guys don't know 70 millimeter, it's just a bigger screen, better quality, way immersive. The entire, like most IMAX movies, some scenes are filmed in the IMAX ratio. This entire movie was filmed 70 millimeter IMAX. It's going to be game changing. I think it's going to be as game changing as Avatar 3D was for theaters. So, yeah, I'm super excited for it. Nolan, don't miss. Interstellar is one of my favorite Nolan movies. So, and I love Greek mythology. So this could dethrone Interstellar for my favorite Nolan movie. We'll see. I'll report back and you'll hear about it July 31st. Other than that, not a lot. I don't know. Might hang out with some friends this weekend, play some Split Fiction. Who knows? We'll
Hell
see.
yeah, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great weekend. I'll be thinking of you when you're playing Split Fiction and I'm doing fucking yard work.
Yeah. So gaming, some drinking, good food, good movies. Might go for a bike ride. I don't know. Depending on the smoke out there. I don't know what's going on with the sinuses if I need to stay inside for a bit, but who knows? But other than that, we're going to get the hell out of here. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate all your support. We appreciate your understanding with us, kind of forced understanding with us going bi-weekly instead of weekly. We appreciate all your support. We appreciate you listening. And have a great rest of your evening, morning, night, day, whatever the hell time it is. Have a great time.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.